So today I was thinking, do I respect a top level League of Legends player more, or a top level like chess player, like our grandmaster, let's say? And I don't know, I was just thinking, like, why do top level chess players like have so much aura, you know what I mean, compared to a League of Legends player? Like, the only one that comes to mind that's kind of a badass is like obviously Faker. But even then, like, I mean, Faker obviously is the GOAT, but when you see him in interviews, it's kind of like awkward, and he doesn't really have like that much personality, I would say, like as a streamer either. But what I'm saying is, if you look at someone like, I don't know, like Magnus or even like Hikaru, they all had kind of like, I don't know what about it is like, it's just like aura. I don't know, like, you just like look at them and like you're like, damn, they're just like, they just like are genius. And like, I feel like I just think of them as geniuses. I'm sure like many of them would say like they're not, and that they're just good at chess, and that they're just like normal people, right? And I'm like, logically, yes, that makes sense. But like, to me, when I like look at someone like who can play chess at like that level, it's like, dude, they're just like built different. But then when I like, I don't know, when I look like at a league player, like any random league player, it's just like, I guess by themselves they don't really seem that much interesting or like that really goated. And I think maybe it's because like League is like a team game, so that could be it. Maybe I just solved my own answer. But yeah, like, don't you think about that? Because if you put like Magnus in a room and like, I don't know, like Bjergsen or Bjergsen or something, like, I'm sure just like Magnus is just like more genius. That doesn't even make sense, bro. I think I'm just glazing. I think I'm just glazing to the max. Cause like, I don't know, I think as like chess as a game, I think I just respect it more. Like, what do you guys think? Do you respect, is it like more respectable to be like really good at chess? Probably, because like, I think it, like, League obviously requires like mind, you know, like, but it's like real time, you know what I mean? It's a real time game, and you're kind of like reacting to your opponent on the spot, for the most part. And it's like very technical skill, like how fast you can react to something, and like how good you can hit skill shots. Like, there's so much like luck involved in all of that, and like RNG. But like with something like chess, it's very calculated, and it's very like, you have to like really think about like what your opponent is going to be doing, and you have to like predict like all these outcomes and run like an insane amount of like lines in your head, that it's just like, I don't know, it's, you have to be like really be built different to like mentally be able to do that at like a top level. And your mind just has to be like very on it, and like, of course, like the hard work that you've put in, you know. But like, I think just genetically, it's like, I respect that kind of gift more than I can't say that much genetics are involved, like are involved in like something like League. I feel like, I was gonna say like, oh, you just played the game a lot, but there are like tons of League players who play the game a lot and are just like fucking bronze. So obviously, like, you do have to have like a good understanding. I think another factor is that League is just always changing. Like they patch it all the time, so it's not like you can just like get like really really good at it, because like maybe you're really good at like this version of the game, but then you kind of suck after they make a couple changes. So it's like, yeah, like, I guess the best League player like has to be able to like adapt and shit. But I don't know, it would be like interesting to see if like they kept the patch for like 5 years, like who would be good, and like see if anyone would like knock out the top players or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I've been really into chess lately, so that's what I've just been thinking about. Because like I'm not even good by any means. I'm like fucking 700 rating. And it's just crazy, like the gaps between like elo, right? Like 700 to 1,000 is fairly high, and then 1,000 to like, I don't know, like 1,300 is like whatever, and then like obviously like 2,000 is a crazy level, and then you get to like grandmasters, and like the difference between them and like IMs is like fucking crazy. And then even the differences between like grandmasters and other grandmasters is like insane, because like Magnus is probably in like a tier of his own with Hikaru and like Gukesh. It's just crazy. Yeah, I feel like there's just like way more aura, because to be like the top player, it's like it's very obvious like who's the best. But like if you're like a top player in the league, it's not really obvious, like unless you're Faker. But like, you know, there's like debate, oh well, this guy's like a better ADC, but he's on like a shittier team, right? It's like, it's a team sport, so you can't really like dominate like over everyone else like as you can with like other sports, you know what I mean? Anyway, that's about it for today. Let me know who you guys think has more aura.